Hey everybody, Justin Watcher here, ProSportsExtra.com. If you want to follow me personally on Twitter, it's at Justin Watcher. You'll find me on there, but otherwise, ProSportsExtra.com. We cover WWE, cover the NFL, MLB, and all your other TikTok crap that I know nothing about and don't care. So if you want to find any of that, again, ProSportsExtra.com. Same with all the social media crap, Pro Sports Extra. So, all right, everybody. So apparently, Big Show signing with AEW is not enough because now not only are we going to have a surprise entrant in the ladder match this Sunday for their pay per view, which apparently is going to be somebody, kind of big, kind of not, but apparently also the big signing is going to be somebody that Big Show teased on Dynamite last night. So I did not actually watch the show last night. Shaq wrestled, I know, and there was, of course, the usual Sting Darby Allin segment they've been doing for the past few months. But I read the results, and apparently they have another big signing. And here's the thing, folks, this is our only clue so far. Big Show has mentioned, or it's Paul White now, but Big Show. He mentioned the signing would be this Sunday. He'd show up at the pay per view, and yes, Tony Khan has mentioned that it's a he. So, the only little clue, I guess, is first of all that Big Show's involved. So that might hint at somebody that, maybe he's had a history with or a past, which well, I'll get to a couple of my guesses here. But the big thing, basically, the big clue is that Hall of Fame worthy. Hmm. Hall of Fame caliber. So, of course, right away, for if you're looking for clues, everybody immediately will jump to the WWE Hall of Fame and look down all the lists and who's a free agent, who's not under a contract, who hasn't been on a Legends deal recently. Just looking through the WWE Hall of Famers and think, oh, who could do it? And oh, he might make sense, or whatever. But here's my thing. When he name drops Hall of Fame worthy or Hall of Fame caliber, that tells me that the person either is a Hall of Fame or maybe not right now, but that they will be or they should be. Somebody like a Christian, who I believe is signed with WWE, a new deal. So maybe not specifically him, but somebody that everybody knows is a Hall of Famer, but isn't actually inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. So I have one guess who is in the Hall of Fame, and then I have one who is not. So no, I'm not going to even bother with the CM Punk or the Brock Lesnar. That obviously would be huge, and I think those may be the only, big time signings that AEW or even TNT, whoever's footing the bill these days, if it's Punk or Brock, that I think that is huge. I think that's huge, and that opens up a whole other different story there. But again, Big Show has a history with Brock Lesnar. CM Punk, a little bit. They feuded a little bit here and there, but not too much of a connection. So the fact that it's Big Show, I know I keep saying Big Show, but Paul White, whoever, the fact that he's doing it kind of tells me there may be a little history, and maybe he'll interview the person or he'll introduce them and they'll shake hands or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So here are my two guesses. One is the WWE Hall of Famer, Kurt Angle. I don't know his contract status. I know he was kind of sort of let go, a little bit with the things last year where WWE had to let a few agents go or producers because the fact of the matter is they weren't traveling. So why in the world would you have a live events crew and all these different positions that they weren't doing anymore? So they clearly were planning for how the rest of 2020 was going to go. So they had to let some people go in different departments. Obviously, it sucks, but it makes sense. If you guys aren't going to be traveling for the rest of the year, then why is it going to be there? So Kurt Angle was let go. He's showed up here and there, but for the most part, he has not been on WWE television, and he's started a podcast recently. Not that means much, but the guy he does the podcast with, he has a couple connections to AEW, and he was even just recently on the show. So this guy working back and forth, I think his name is Conrad. But, there's the connection right there. So if you're looking for a big jump of a guy who, again, won't wrestle a lot, but brings the value, brings the Hall of Fame caliber that they've teased, and certainly the experience and the name value, Kurt Angle may be the best guess right now. At least I think so. So if you're looking for a shocker and a guy that fits the Hall of Fame worthy tagline that they're doing, again, a Hall of Famer, but not somebody inducted yet, none other than Batista. Think about it. Batista was supposed to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame last year. Obviously, with everything that went on, everything was pretty much pushed forward to this year, except there has not been an official announcement of how the 2020 WWE Hall of Fame will be handled yet. So, right now, we're all kind of in the loop, and it's less than what, 2 months away from Mania, a month and a half? You'd think by now we'd be learning about, I believe, the NWO. I think JBL was another inductee, and a couple others. We have not heard much. I think Bella Twins was another one. We're not getting any updates. Are they doing a ceremony? Are they doing interviews? Are they doing just a video? What are they doing for the ceremony? Last year was obviously thrown out the window, which made sense, but we have nothing. Is Batista signed? Is he under a Legends deal? Could he really be making some sort of jump? I know CM Punk denied it was him. Brock's not going to say anything. If it's even them, I doubt it. But again, that would be huge. Batista tweeted this kind of cryptic thing about how nobody ever officially retires. He quote unquote retired in 2019. So was that a little foreshadowing of, hey, he's not officially retired, or he is? Or was that just a tweet for, people to read way too much into? And Batista is clearly WWE for life and connected at the hip with Triple H. We don't know. But those are my two guesses right now. Anything else? I don't know. I know the name RVD's been thrown out there. Apparently, he's been liking tweets that have name dropped him about AEW. I don't know if RVD necessarily fits. Again, he's not in the Hall of Fame, but he is a Hall of Fame talent, so he would fit. But, really, I think the big names people are going to focus on is CM Punk, who's already said it's not him, which I don't think it is. Brock Lesnar, who, again, you'd be paying up the wazoo for, especially right by Mania season. But hey, if WWE's moving forward with Lashley and Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship, maybe that means that they kind of have an inkling that Brock may be signing elsewhere. He is a free agent after all. I know the name Mick Foley's been thrown out there again. It's a good signing, big signing. I think Goldberg is signed to WWE, so it's not going to be him. There's a couple other ones that we could sit here and name drop. But either way, AEW's hyping it up, so we'll see what they're doing on pay-per-view this Sunday. I'm not going to get the pay-per-view. It's 40, $50. It's just way too much in 2021 to do. It's a new time, it's a new era, whether we like it or not. I don't think a lot of fans are going to pay that, and if they do, I don't see how they can be happy with it. But hey, AEW's not necessarily for me anyways. So that's the big news right now. So apparently AEW has somebody coming in. So again, I'm going to wrap this up by saying my guess is Kurt Angle. That's kind of the front runner for me, at least right now. Batista would be kind of a shocker, but that fits the little tagline and the little hint of a Hall of Fame caliber, kind of a hint, hint, nudge, nudge. They're stealing away WWE's big Hall of Fame headliner this year and last year, I guess, technically. But other than that, I mean, everyone's going to talk about CM Punk and Brock Lesnar, even though I'm not giving that much of a chance. But hey, if it happens again, huge, huge, huge. So until then, prosportsextra.com, and that is where you're going to find all the information about all this. Again, WWE, NFL, MLB, NBA, all your TikTok crap, all your YouTube crap, Barstool, something that I don't know about, whatever it is. It's on prosportsextra.com. So until then, everybody, have a good day.